So I'm the activity director, so it's kind of definitely would be defined as like the fun job. It's getting residents involved and staff as well. Yeah, so I've been here for just a little under a year. I've been working in the activity realm for about 3 years now, being an activities assistant and then growing into an activity director. Bingo is 100% always a favorite. Like I was telling everyone else, you know, no matter where you've been in life, always bingo. You've always played bingo. Being resident focused is kind of what I've fallen in love with Fair Oaks. It's, we're not afraid to try something new, like bringing in a petting zoo or, you know, asking residents to tie-dye when they haven't tie-dyed in years. I hope to grow within the position. I mean, especially activities, it's kind of always changing. So definitely developing new ideas and getting to know the residents more. But beyond activities, I hope to grow in leadership in some way, whether that's administration or who knows. I think especially right now, it's definitely easy to relax, or we've definitely seen it with COVID. It's natural to want to lay in bed or to relax and just watch TV. So it's getting people involved. It's definitely asking, hey, you know, let's try something different today. It's definitely been a challenge. I think during COVID, the reason I came every day was for the residents. I mean, we were all struggling at home, so let alone a place like this, you know how important it is to be with the residents. And, you know, especially right now with, you know, they couldn't see their families or we became their families. So it's getting in, having those one-on-one abilities to engage them and hopefully make them smile, because we all definitely needed to smile right now, so.
My name is Maricela Gabriel. I'm a CNA. I've been doing this for 12 years, and I'll be here almost 2 years working here, and I'm really happy doing CNA to help people they cannot do stuff by themselves. So I really love my job. Oh, I really like here because everybody's so friendly. All the bosses, they are good. They always worry about if we're comfortable. They always appreciate what we do it. So I'm really happy with this job and this facility at all. I would like to be a nurse in my future. I think that's my goal. Here it's very nice place. Everybody's so friendly. Everybody make you feel comfortable and happy. So and that point when I come and work, I mean, I don't mind if I'm gonna be a CNA or if they need for housekeeping. I just come and do whatever I can do for my patients and for my bosses too. This is part of my job, and I like to help people. I really like my what I'm doing. So something inside me say, right now it's when the people they need us, and then I say I can do that, and I was like come and try to do my best because I really like to help people, and then I really love my job.
What I do at Holton Manor is I dish up the food. I chose this career path because my aunt, mom, and grandma all worked at Holton Manor. I used to come here when I was younger at the trick-or-treating and the Easter egg hunts. I've been at Holton Manor for about a year now, and what I like about it most is that everybody's super kind and they don't judge you. They all just treat you like family. When I was 15, this was a job opportunity, and so I took it, and I was in activities for a little bit, and then I just really liked hanging out with the residents and making their day.
My name is Tommy. I'm a CNA. What I do is just take care of whatever the residents might need. Well, my mom was kind of an inspiration. She was to start off kind of like the way I did, where I was in the kitchen to start and then went to CNA. I just really like to help people like she did, and she kind of inspired me to do it too. I really like this facility in particular. I feel like it's a really nice facility. There's always stuff we need, whatever special needs the residents might need. They're always like on it, ready to get it.
What made me just keep coming to work was that I knew that the residents couldn't see their family, so you had to kind of step up and act like their family, make sure that they're not alone.
My end goal would be as a nurse practitioner with a specialty in gerontology, so just working with the elderly pretty much my whole life would be pretty cool for me.
My name's Sydney Raddeman. So here at the Manor, I'm an activities assistant. So I play bingo and Pokino and do puzzles and crafts with the residents. Some challenges that come with this position would have to be getting the residents out of their rooms. Sometimes they don't want to come out of their rooms to do activities, and it's good for them to do group activities every once in a while. Sometimes they don't want to, so you have to go in and do activities with them one-on-one. One of the most unique activities that we do here would probably be taking them to the salon that we have. We do their hair and we will do their nails, and they always love when we do that. It makes them feel pampered for the day. To be that person with them, to like have a good time and enjoy their day is probably like one of the most important things that I enjoy and remember from here.
I'm Olivia Fitch. I'm a certified nursing assistant, so I assist the residents in their daily activities such as toileting, eating, and going to bed and getting up and dressing. Well, I really want to be a nurse when I go to college and throughout my life, and I thought being a CNA would be a good place to start. A certain aha moment I've had is really, I got to meet some really great people here. Then I got really close to residents here, like very close. And so I would come and visit them on my off days, and I had a resident, one of my favorite residents, he died a few months ago, and it was probably one of the worst days of my life, and it just became really clear how attached I was to this place. East Trey Manor, I really love it here because staff is amazing. It's really good. We're really good communication, and I enjoy the residents a lot. They're basically part of my family.
My name is Aurelie. My idea is when I was little, I was always going into the medical field. So at first I thought taking the CNA course and being a CNA would really help and get me ahead of the game. So that's why I took CNA, and I am pursuing nursing school, so that's what my idea was. And I mean, I always liked helping others, and I like making a difference, so that's really why. I first started in the kitchen as a dietary aide, and the reason why I started as a dietary aide was because I was planning on going as a CNA, but I was already taking the course at school. And so I thought it would be a good idea to start working as a dietary aide so I would be able to get to know the residents and see what all CNAs do like throughout their day. And so that's what I pursued at first.
My name is Michelle. I actually didn't see myself working as a CNA or going into the medical field. I thought I was going to go into like be a lawyer or something like that, but then I found out that wasn't for me. And then the medical field I fit perfectly in. I love helping people, making sure they're okay, and I know this is my path to go.
Last but not least, the reason why I chose the medical field was because I wanted to be a nurse, and I thought that being a CNA would be the best shot at first. And I would be second one being a nurse in my family because my sister also is pursuing to be a nurse. And I feel like having two nurses in the family would just make a really big difference. And as I was a little kid, I always pictured myself being a nurse, and now that I'm taking those steps, it just makes me feel really happy of everything that I have accomplished. And it all began here at Geneva Lake Manor, so I give it thanks a lot to this place as well.
I'm Jamie McGrath. My current position with Atchison Care Center is Human Resource Manager. I definitely help out with maintaining our employees as well as communication between the employees and the administration. With the employees as well, making sure that they're abiding by the current PPE requirements and rules. Currently right now with the COVID-19, just making sure that everybody is on the same page, making sure that our PPE regulations are being utilized. Also just making sure that our residents are staying safe as well, and communication is being thoroughly discussed between employees, management, and our residents. With the COVID, we're a little bit more restricted on visitors right now, so making them feel more comfortable is my priority.
I am the admissions coordinator here at the Edgerton Care Center. My job is basically I review referrals, I run financials for those referrals, I send them out to our team that we have that review them, and then once the patient arrives at our doorstep, it is my job to admit that patient and then basically make them at home. So for COVID, doing admissions added a few things. Any admission that enters our building, we have to use precautions with. We have to make sure that they've been tested. And unfortunately, not only do we have to have them be protected, but we as employees have to be a little bit more careful about what we do, where we go. Is it okay to go? So we pretty much into our personal lives, it has extended that to make good choices and to stay safe. But you know, because of the precautions, it's kind of limited our residents to seeing their loved ones and their family members. So they really rely on us as to become part of their family. So we just try to make sure we visit with them and try to reassure them that everything's going to be okay. And also for their families. I mean, their families miss them. They want to see them. And so part of our job is to reassure the family that we're taking good care of their loved one. And we do that to the best of our ability. We work as a team, and it makes a dream. So yeah, it makes it better to be able to take care of people that right now are really kind of confined and we're their outside world.
I'm Kayla Fenner. I've been here for about 3 months. So I started here at Montello after the pandemic hit. So that was an interesting time coming in. I don't know what it looks like without all of the precautions that we're taking right now. So I'm not used to anything else other than what I see right now. I do housekeeping and laundry, all of the laundry for the nurses as well as personal items for the residents. And then I clean the resident rooms and other common areas. Right now especially, they're always in their rooms, so it helps knowing that they have a clean room and they're living in a clean area. So that's been helpful. And then just too, I always help with like other things. So if they need flowers watered or they need water for themselves, anything like that, I'm just there to kind of help them and do some of the stuff that the CNAs don't necessarily have the time to do. I always make sure that their stuff is clean. You know, we have certain isolation rooms. So making sure that that laundry is washed separately when those residents are coming in, help, keep the spread if it were to come here at a minimum by making sure everything is clean, door handles are wiped down, and that all of the germs coming in are not affecting the residents in a bad and negative way. It's definitely given me an appreciation for the healthcare field. The people working in healthcare are really, especially in this times, putting themselves on the line for the sake and the well-being of other people.
I work as a nursing assistant. It's basically just a CNA, but I'm not certified yet. I don't know, I just help the residents out with the daily activities and just help them out, get them ready for bed and cleaned up, just stuff like that. Well, before I started working here, I actually volunteered here for a while, so I got to come in and we did storytelling. And a lot of just the funny stories that they would tell us, and we played volleyball, and it gets very competitive with there's like a huge ball and then there's just a little net we would hit it over. Some of the residents are very competitive. I think when the residents are upset, that really makes me sad when they're homesick, especially now when they can't see their family and stuff like that. But I mean, just being there for them, it makes your heart full. I like that I work directly with the residents. I like just seeing them every day and just getting to talk to them and stuff like that. I've worked quite a bit during this just because we're so short-staffed, but I think just being there and doing my job well and making sure I'm taking all the precautions needed and wearing PPE when needed, washing hands a lot, hand sanitizer, stuff like that, just making sure they're safe. I think my biggest concern was if we had the virus in the facility. I know that wouldn't be a good thing, but I would still work through it, and I don't know, just making sure everything's clean.
I work as a member of the Ingleside activity team. It's not just a department, it's truly a team. I'm 71 years old. I have been here for 18 years, and it has truly expanded since I first came. And at one point in time, all of the linens and everything were sent out of house. That's all done in-house now. I actually came to work at Ingleside in housekeeping. I didn't have any background in healthcare. After a couple of years in housekeeping, this wonderful social worker said, "You need to be in activities. There's an opening and it's yours if you take it." And I said, "Well, I don't think I have the qualities or qualify for that." And he said, "Oh, sure you do." He said, "You have a kind heart, you have a great work ethic, and a wonderful sense of humor." And I said, "Well, can I think about that?" And he said, "No, because the residents need you." And so for 15 years, I've worked in activities.
Hi, I'm Jennifer John. I am the housekeeping and linen manager here at Ingleside. I've been employed here for 15 years. Day in the life and working in the healthcare industry can be very challenging and frustrating on days, but then again, it's very rewarding. I look at it that it doesn't matter what your title is as long as you care. What I enjoy about coming to work every day is seeing the residents and with my coworkers. I feel like putting a smile on the residents' face every day, especially like during this time. It's really challenging, and it's rewarding at the same time, because like with the residents, you know, this is a time where they can't leave their room or they can't see their family. So I mean, you always are interacting with them, but just taking that extra time, especially during now, to interact with them, putting a smile on their face. So how I would describe like someone that wanted to just like work in the healthcare field that never even has worked in the healthcare field. This is a different environment. It's not for everyone. You know, it keeps it exciting with the elderly, but you have to have the right heart. You have to care. The housekeeping and linen department here at Ingleside, they play a vital role. You know, infection control, it's huge. It's a big deal. You know, the housekeeping and linen department, you know, which includes Anna, Priscilliana, Claudia, Hannah, and Irania, they do a wonderful job, especially during this time when there's been so many more, you know, guidelines and adapting to everything. Everybody's been doing a wonderful job working as a team, having a positive attitude and rolling with the changes during this time and dealing with the infection control and putting a smile on the resident's face.
I just have always known since I was growing up I wanted to help people, so it was just where I ended up. Everybody feels like family, and especially during this COVID, we've just become closer. People I just saw as coworkers, I now see as family. So.
You see everybody every day, whether it's not always the same people. You see all the different departments, everybody, you say hi to everybody. It's a very friendly, family-like environment that I wouldn't trade for anything.
I chose this career because I really enjoy helping people and being part of their family.
I love coming into work every day and getting to work with my residents. They make my day a lot better.
My favorite part of the job is probably knowing that I can come in every day and try to make a difference and see everybody's smiling faces.
Yeah, man, I talk to them, you know, make them smile every day. I try to interact with them. I laugh with them. Sometimes I just chit chat with them, you know, and see what happened back in their days. And you know, because I like to hear what their stories is all about and how much I can help them out.
I didn't think it would be as extreme as it is. Like, you know, when something like this happens, you're not always fully prepared for it, and I don't think anyone ever will be. I mean, we're in a pandemic. How many people have done a pandemic twice in their life? My very first week here is when we were on lockdown, actually, and I had a resident who passed away at the end of that week. She reminded me a lot of my mom, and I heard my mom's voice in my head, and like after that week, I knew that I made the right decision to come back in healthcare, and I knew that what I was doing was the right decision, and I hold her in my heart all the time, both of them.
Maple Ridge is a very caring place, and I love working. I love coming to work every day.
You know, this is a very good facility. We're all family.
I loved Maple Ridge. I really wanted to work here when I first started, and I love being here because of the opportunities that it gives me to, you know, learn every dynamic, I guess, of my field. And I'm surrounded by great people who are willing to teach me. Well, just, I love our residents. So I say we have the best residents.